For what purpose does the gentleman from Minnesota seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules and pass the bill H.R. 3620.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
Union Calendar number 347, H.R. 3620. A bill to provide for the conveyance of certain property to the Southcentral Foundation located in Anchorage, Alaska, and for other purposes.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Minnesota, Mr. Stauber, and the gentleman from Puerto Rico, Mr. Hernandez, each will control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Minnesota.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks and to include extraneous material in H.R. 3620, the bill now under consideration.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in strong support of H.R. 3620, the Southcentral Foundation Land Transfer Act of 2025, sponsored by my colleague, Representative Begich of Alaska. This bill would transfer approximately 3.4 acres of federal land in Anchorage, Alaska, to the Southcentral Foundation. Southcentral Foundation is a tribally operated health organization serving Alaska Native people under the Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act. This parcel, currently owned by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, has housed Southcentral Foundation behavioral health program since 1994, over 30 years. However, the foundation does not currently hold title to the property. As a result, it cannot secure financing to improve or replace the aging facility, meaning that it cannot take full advantage of opportunities to expand mental health services for the Alaska Native population that it serves. H.R. 3620 corrects this by conveying the land to Southcentral Foundation so it may move forward with plans to construct a modern behavioral health facility. The foundation has already coordinated with the municipality of Anchorage to rezone the land in anticipation of this project. Once the bill is signed into law, construction can and will begin immediately. This is a common sense measure that supports tribal self-determination. It empowers a proven provider to serve its community with up-to-date infrastructure. I want to thank Representative Begich for introducing this bill and for his hard work and leadership on Alaska Native health issues. I urge my colleagues to support H.R. 3620, and I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. The gentleman from Puerto Rico is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under this bill, the Southcentral Foundation Land Transfer Act, title to the land where the Southcentral Foundation operates, the Koyona Clubhouse and Intensive Case Management Program, would be transferred from the Indian Health Service to the Foundation. This transfer would give the Foundation the ability to invest in a new facility to house both of these vital programs. The Koyona Clubhouse offers an integrated behavioral and primary care service day treatment program, while the Intensive Case Management Program provides community-based non-clinical support. By obtaining title to the land, the Southcentral Foundation will be able to construct a new facility to house both programs. This will allow for better care transitions, reduce transportation costs, and make it easier for thousands of Alaska Native people to access services. I ask my colleagues to vote yes on this bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. The gentleman from Minnesota is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Alaska, the lead sponsor of this bill, Mr. Begich.
The gentleman from Alaska is recognized for 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of H.R. 3620, the Southcentral Foundation Land Transfer Act. This is a bill that reflects both common sense and compassion, and I'm proud to sponsor it. Southcentral Foundation is a nationally respected Alaska Native health provider serving over 70,000 people with an integrated, culturally grounded model of care that works. But some of the buildings that they're using for behavioral health services, buildings like the Koyona Clubhouse, are aging, inadequate, and in some cases were never meant to facilitate medical services. One facility was literally a former morgue. Mr. Speaker, this legislation enables something critically important, the ability to deliver modern mental health care in a space designed for healing and recovery. In Alaska, we face real challenges. People dealing with serious mental illness are being served in locations that were not designed for clinical care. That's unacceptable. They deserve better. safe, dignified, purpose-built treatment environments that reflect the seriousness of their needs and the inherent dignity of their lives. H.R. 3620 clears the way for South Central Foundation to build that future. This bill transfers land already in use and allows South Central Foundation to make long-term investments in modern infrastructure. The bill supports tribal self-determination, strengthens care delivery, and empowers a trusted partner to do even more for our communities. This is a narrowly tailored, fiscally responsible bill with broad support. I urge my colleagues to join me in advancing this measure and helping more Alaskans get the care that they deserve. Thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman from Alaska yields. The gentleman from Minnesota is recognized.
I reserve.
Reserves. The gentleman from Puerto Rico is recognized.
I have no further requests for time. We are prepared to close. I reserve.
Gentleman reserves. The gentleman from Minnesota
Reserve.
reserves. The gentleman from Puerto Rico is recognized to close.
Thank you. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields. The gentleman from Minnesota is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, H.R. 3620 is a simple fix that will have a meaningful impact. By granting South Central Foundation title to the land it has used for decades, we are removing bureaucratic barriers and enabling the construction of a modern behavioral health facility. I urge my colleagues to support H.R. 3620 and help us take a small but significant step forward in improving behavioral health outcomes for our tribal communities. I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields. The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill H.R. 3620? Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, two-thirds being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.